Yo, we getting ready to get started. Pull up, hit that share button, man. You know how I do. We're going to get this thing cracking, man. I got my boy Joshua Davis in the house tonight. We're going to have a great conversation. But first, man, I need y'all to hit that share button. Let's get some bodies in here. I know it's hard. What up, Mac? Since you came in my life, baby, I ain't never gonna be the same. Baby, I can't explain it. Yeah, somebody's in here. We getting ready to get started. You have upgraded me. I ain't never felt this good. I ain't ever looked this good before you. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Low, man, and we are back for another episode of The World According to Low. And I'm so excited to have you here. Tonight's going to be a great night, man. Y'all know how we do. We always have these great conversations on The World According to Low. And guess what, man? Tonight's guest will not disappoint, man. The only disappointment I have is that he didn't pledge the right fraternity, man. But I'm not going to hold that against him. He's still a good guy. He's a stand-up guy. And, yeah, man, I'm not going to, you know what? Let me say this. I want to start out by saying I hope you had a good day, man. I know my people out in Dallas, out west, out in Texas, you know, man, y'all hope y'all got power. Hope y'all keeping safe. Hoping y'all just all right, man. It's warm in my house, so I'm sending all this heat y'all way. Now, bringing up my guest, man, today. He's super talented, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself a little bit. I want y'all to bring to the stage my guy, Joshua Davis. Say what up to the people, man.
What's good?
Hey, man, I know you felt me on that introduction. Yeah. I ain't gonna hold it, shit, man.
Good.
Yeah. Hey, man, say what up to the people, man. Where you at? Tell the people where you from and what you got.
All right, my name is Joshua Davis. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Born and raised, you know. What else I went to school, man? You know.
Where you go to school, man? Tell them where you went to college, man.
I went to Tougaloo College, undergrad. Right now, yeah, you can say the Tougaloo College. That's how they, you know what I'm saying? That's what they like to say. HBCU, gonna put that out there. Also, right now, I'm going to Mississippi College for my graduate's degree in graphic design.
All right, man. So by trade, you are what they consider a graphic illustrator.
I am a graphic illustrator. Yes.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, you know, everybody knows anybody that comes on this podcast, I either came across them in some kind of way or I grew up knowing them. So that's the whole twist to The World According to Low. It's about the things that, you know, intrigue me, people that intrigue me, people that I cross paths with that allow me to kind of learn something that I did not know before. And we were talking backstage before we came out. When I saw your work before I met you. And I saw these cool animations and I saw these things. And before I knew it, I had found your page. Somebody finally tagged you because I think I was like, yo, who tag the artist, man? Matter of fact, to anybody that shares, I'm glad we talking about this. Anybody that shares this, if you share material, tag the person who created the material. It does so much. Talk to hey, you agree? Like
I do.
About that.
Okay, so like what I do like on Instagram, I could probably put in like the software that I use on like to draw all of my stuff is Procreate. So I always try to go and find like other people that's using Procreate, and
Yeah,
it'll just like you know how you could do on Instagram, you could put hashtag whatever you want to look for. So I
yeah,
hashtag Procreate or something like that, and it'll show all the people that's just like using Procreate because they use these hashtags within their posts and stuff. And it's a lot of pages that take other people art just to put it on the page, and then
yeah.
within it it'll say hashtag Procreate, hashtag artist, and all this kind of stuff, but they will never tag the artist. And you be like, I know, like it's so many other styles that you got on your page. I know this ain't the artist, and like it kind of pisses me off because you want to see what that other artist has, but you
Yeah.
can't because they using somebody else's stuff. So I don't really like that. Please
So
tag
they,
the artist.
yeah, stop art blocking out there, man. That's what y'all doing. Y'all art blocking, and
For
and we ain't no need for that, man. We done came across your page. You done got what you wanted. Now you can at least pay it forward, so somebody else can check out the artist. Because if you're looking here, I'm actually wearing some of Josh's art tonight. I can't get up and let me see it. I might be able to show y'all a little bit.
got the brand on the back.
I got Bron on the back. I'm a big time Bron fan, and you made this one right after they won the last championship. And matter of fact, I never got my. You was gonna do one
With
with
all
all.
four. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget it. I told you I fool with you, man. I fool with your content. Now tell me, like, what are some things before we get to what inspires you? How did you get into? When did you realize you could draw, or had that gift of art, being artistic?
Okay. I always say it was at a very young age. I would probably say maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Back then this is like the 90s. So like Dragon Ball Z was like heavy, like within everybody's stuff. So everybody like I would watch Dragon Ball Z. And around this time, that's when like every household almost had a computer or something like that and a printer and stuff. So I would like take printer paper and sometimes I would like record the actual show. And
yeah,
then we barely had internet right then. So I would like record the show, pause it, and just draw off the TV and stuff like that, like how I would draw them and stuff. And
wow,
ever since then, like I would like draw. And I remember first grade, we were learning about birds and stuff. And my favorite bird was a roadrunner. And I drew the road runner, and I remember everybody in the class was like, "Oh, this is a nice road runner." And next thing I know, my teacher put it on the outside at the very top, and I just knew, like from then, I was like, "Yeah, I can draw. I can draw."
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
that's what really started it out.
Now that's awesome. Man, that's such an ingenuity move to pause the TV and the draw.
Yeah,
Like I think I've never heard anybody say that. Like that's pretty interesting, man.
because
Now, did you
hard. It
go
was just hard to like draw it while everybody was moving. And how Dragon Ball Z they flying all over the place and stuff like this. So
every second? Yeah. Now, so you go through school, you said you were in a place where um primarily where you're getting drawn, you understand that your drawing ability is there. Like what steps did you start taking towards college in regards to that?
okay, when I first got to I would say like around my senior year, uh, I wanted to go to USM.
Yeah,
Um, but my mom was working at Tougaloo, so I kind of had like a little discount going there, and plus they gave me a partial scholarship or whatever. So I
that's
chose Tougaloo, which I'm like very happy that I did choose Tougaloo because life at Tougaloo was great. But uh, yeah, I just like I wanted to be an architect, so my whole thing was I talked to a few people and they were just basically telling me that you could do art. Like art has always been my passion. That was always what I was gonna do from the jump. So I said I'm gonna do art, and then I'm like when I graduate, I will go to grad school and be an architect or whatever like that. Man, did that not work out for me? Like I I was in Tulu and I was just like telling my advisor all the things that I had planned for myself and stuff like that. And she was like, "All right, let's put you in a physics class because that's what you're gonna do. If you
Yeah,
know, like I can like anything that's dealing with math beyond under fractions and all that stuff. I hate it. Like I hate fractions with a passion. Always have. Like
yeah,
I would get like an A or a B out of class, but I'm the type of person like I have to sit at the front of the class for math just so I can make sure that I get it all. But I must have did physics, man. I was like, yeah, it's not for me.
yeah.
Like it's
Ain't
not
it?
for me, man. Like I can draw a building, 2 point, 1 point perspective of the building and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like the dimensions and the inches of a window and all this kind of stuff, and you got to know like what a raindrop gonna do when it's falling off a building and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like it racks your brain. Like I want to draw, but I don't want to be like constantly doing all this math. So and it's crazy because my mom is an accountant, so it's like she has
Now,
she has all this like math in her brain, and me, I'm just like I hate it. So we like total opposites when it come to that. But yeah, like after that didn't go, I was just like doing a whole bunch of research and stuff like that. I was like, I'm gonna continue this whole art degree thing because it's still something that I want to do. Like we talked about before we got on, like I feel like you got to be passionate in whatever job that you get, or you just gonna be sitting at a job at a 9 to 5 and you just gonna be miserable living for the weekends. I want to be at a job where I know that I can draw for 8 hours straight and
yeah.
fine and go home and continue to draw for another 8 hours until it's time for me to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically like just what I want to do. And I know like the money gonna come. I mean, it always comes, but when it's something that you happy about, it's just something that you need to continue to try to make it work for you. So yeah.
Now, I want to rewind because what I love about talking with people that I fool with is the information and value that we get from our experiences.
Mhm.
You said something, I don't know if you really caught what you said. You said, I didn't like math, but I was more into the passionate side of drawing. Now, same artistic development.
Mhm.
You still lines, circles, same things, but how you create is different. Architecture is, like you said, probability of, you know, what this is going to do if it interacts with rain, water, sleet, sunlight, whatever the case is. And those guys have a set of skills of drawing that is totally different from what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we can be passionate about an industry or a field or a thing, but that particular role may not be what suits you in that industry. Now, if what's funny is if those guys needed marketing, you would be the guy they call.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see that, like how awesome that is. Like we can be different and still the same at the all in one swoop. And I think a lot of times people get caught up in thinking that you know I like like a lot of times I talk to people about film. People say, "Oh man, I want to make movies," but then you may not have the eye or the ability to figure out how to use a camera and how to know a 50 millimeter lens will do this to a face, or an 85 will do that to a background. 120 will do these things, all these mathematical things that you got to play in, shutter speed, aperture, lighting, that how bright is a light, the energy in that. And then people like, oh, I didn't know you had to do all that. Oh yeah, it's science to it. But then some people say, Well, I just like being around it. And then they find out that you may just be somebody that they call like a gaffer or an assistant. You're in the same set. You just have different responsibilities and passions about what we do. And that's what I like about being in the creative space is that we all can navigate this stream in this world called life. And we all have our things that we are good at and that we do. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I love all of this. I can't do this to save my life. Now, I can sketch a little bit because when I was in film school, we have to storyboard, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
in telling your film story. And I had some homeboys that were in that could draw like you, and they storyboards would look like cartoon strips, doc. And I'm like, why I can't do that? But that's not my passion. And a lot of them end up going to be storyboard artists. Now, we kind of mentioned this earlier before we came out. Like some of your aspirations with animation becoming as big as it is now, you're seeing more films. I don't know if you saw Matthew Cherry's Hair, about the girl, his daughter with her her hair and self love and the whole thing. I think he won an Oscar for it, and it was an amazing film. Only, and here's what got me: the movie was only like 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, but it took them like
So much
two. Oh my gosh!
And that's another thing that people don't realize, man. Like, I want to say I drew myself as a Power Ranger not too long
Recently,
ago. Yeah, and I posted it. No, actually what I did was I made it with a 24 by 36, like a poster image or whatever like that. And I got it printed at Walgreens. Walgreens does a great job on like printing posters and stuff. So I got it printed and got it framed. So I went to the lady and she was just she was like, "You did this?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "How much would you charge for stuff like that?" And I was like, "Well, I start off like at 100 just for stuff like
yeah,
this." And she was like, 100? I said, yeah. It was like people be like, it's like they be flabbergasted just to hear you say stuff like that. I'm like, bro, you know how much
yeah,
it takes for me to put into this just so I can like give it to you and make sure that everything is okay. And then you got some people that be like, once you do it for them, they're like, well, I need you to change these. I gotta sometimes you gotta erase everything you got just to do it over again. So of course I'm gonna charge you that much. And people don't understand. It's just like any job that you do, you know what I'm saying, is labor, bro. Like you gonna go to somebody and be like, can you fix my car? And think that they gonna fix your car, and you be like, okay, it's gonna be 500. Now you might go to a couple of janky people that fix cars and stuff like that, and they might be like, all right, transmission gonna be $600. But you know what I'm saying? That's like, that's gonna happen. But like,
yeah.
gonna take somebody your car and expect for them to give you like some small price just for like putting a whole bunch of stuff in? Like, come on now, let's be real.
Hey, now I want to show people. I'm glad you mentioned that because I want to pull this up. I'm gonna put this up. This is you did this for me.
Yep.
Now me. Now I told you you were doing a special, and
Yeah.
I told you I want to see me as the Q Jedi. And now, how long did this take you to do this?
That would probably take me a good, like, it depends. I say probably like 2 hours, 30 minutes, 3 hours top. But like me, honestly, like when I'm doing something, when you told me that, and I was like, oh yeah, I ain't never done this before. Let you know what I'm saying, kill it right quick. So like with me, I throw on music and then just start going before I know it, I'm done. And it might feel like to me like only 30 minutes then pass by, but it's probably like 3 to 4 hours. So I say at least like 3 hours. So it was, it's like when you really want to do something, it don't matter
Yeah.
how long it takes. You gonna do it, but it does take some time to draw this stuff.
I'm the same way with editing, man. Like sometimes, like if I'm really inspired, I can run through an edit, man, and people be like, there's no way you just did that in 15, 30 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, man, like when you get in that vibe, it's like your muscles and your creative muscles just lock in, man.
It's an
And
experience, man. That's what it
oh,
is.
it really is. I remember when I first saw the rendering that you gave me, I was like, yo, this dude is out, man. I'm like before I knew it, like I think I was about to go to bed and you was like, yo, check your email. And I was like, check my email. Then I look, I was like, oh man, what? I'm like, this guy, but I love, man, that you can, number one, what we see a lot of times is in certain veins, you don't find a lot of people doing what you do that look like you. So you don't find a lot of black graphic designers. Well, you see a lot of black graphic designers, but graphic illustrators that can do, the type of things that lead to animation, that lead to, motion graphics and things of that nature. And, for me to come across somebody like yourself who really has a skill set, and then even with like what you did with LeBron, it gives me the vibes of Basquiat. So when you look at like people like that who really cut the corner, and even to the point where Andy Warhol and these guys were gleaming off of his ability, gleaming off of his skill set, which we still see today, because a lot of times, the black community, we are the curators of the next wave. We design the things. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw somebody at Nike get a glimpse of what you did, and then next thing you know, there's something similar to your design.
That
You
happens.
know,
That happens a lot.
it,
Not
it
with you,
does.
with other people. So
Yeah. And that's why I say it's kind of weird, because you got to be careful how you share art today, because some people don't care nothing about it. They'll screenshot your joint and get busy. And then, my boy Chuck, my frat brother Chuck, he deals with that all the time. Like, there was a guy started a whole business, man, off of his Dim Hands University, and was selling the same design, like didn't change it up, didn't do nothing, and was out here making bread off of his design. And I'm like, that's the kind of world we in now, man, where the internet makes it where everybody feels like if you post it, it's free game. So how do you go about protecting some of your authenticated like work?
see, like what I do most of the times, like if it's something that I feel like I can capitalize on, like as far as like make money on or something like that, I would throw like a watermark or something like that on. But even now, I know me personally, I can get around a watermark, so it don't always work like the way you
Yeah,
think it's gonna work, because like people can easily send it to somebody else and they can like draw right over their watermark, erase everything that they want to do. It takes time, but they can do it. But
yeah,
majority of the time, like if I have somebody that I'm doing work for and they just tell me, I want to sell this, I need you to do this, I don't send it, like I don't post it on my page. Like you will never see me post anything that I get commission for, unless it's just something that they want, that
yeah,
for themselves, like what I did for you, like you wanted it for yourself, and like I don't know if you were gonna capitalize on it, but like you know what I'm saying, you didn't tell me that you were gonna sell it or nothing like that, so I would post that just for like portfolio
yeah.
uh portfolio cases and all that kind of stuff. But anything else, I try to get everything. I don't post nothing that I know that somebody else gonna use on it, because like I know for a fact that it's probably like a few people that have probably have my stuff and like have been using it for backgrounds or something like that, and I have no like recollection of it. I didn't give it to them, and it's just something they got off Instagram and they just
Yeah.
took it to themselves. So it's hard. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie. It's really hard to keep all of that stuff to yourself, but a lot of times you just don't show it.
Now let me ask you this, because a lot of times now, I always encourage my guests. So let's say somebody's watching, man. Let's say it could even be a mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, whoever. that's watching and may come across this video, what would you suggest if they see that their kid or somebody they know has a knack for drawing and art and may want to see if they want to explore it? What are some things that you suggest they start out with? Some key steps that they can go about to kind of get um, developing along in the vein that you're in.
I would say like just listen to your child, man. I can say what my parents did for me. Like my parents were always like setting me up into like perfect little positions that I would have a way to do art and stuff like that. When I was younger, my mama used to like she used to work for the state. So I mean not the state, the city. So like she would put me into little art contests in the city like
Yeah.
that. Like I would say I wasn't really just drawing like real life stuff. So my competition would be like kids that were drawing like still life and like everything else, like little stuff like that. I was drawing like
Yeah.
cartoons and all that kind of stuff, but I knew I wouldn't win in compared to them. Like that's just not what I wanted to do. But like my parents, as far as my art, like they put me in APEC. Uh, I was doing art in APEC for a while. Like they
Now,
did
what is
everything
for
possible.
somebody that doesn't know what that is? What is
APEC is
APEC?
a performing arts school, so it's in Jackson. I think it's from 4th to 8th grade, and you
Hmm.
go like in was it 4th? No, I think it's 4th to was it 4th? I want to say 4th to high school. Honestly, I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I got out in 8th grade, so I honestly can't remember. But yeah, it's a performing arts school. You go there for like if you could sing, dance, like play piano, instruments, art, like performing arts, acting, and all that kind of stuff. So you go there to do that. So that's what my parents put me in when I was in like 5th grade to 8th grade. So I
So,
mean,
so you're saying really just give them the opportunity to develop by putting them in, and a lot of times I know the Boys and Girls Club, a
yeah,
lot of other places around town have like art contests and little things like that you can probably find. Now, I'm sure your parents or your mom primarily uh encouraged you to do more drawing and gave you what you needed to do what you had to do. Now, who helped cultivate you in college?
college. Um, I would say like honestly, like college, it was more of a like just doing stuff for school and college. Like my passion for I had a lot of stuff going on. So my passion for like just wanting to do stuff myself wasn't there. So it was majority of like I got a work assignment, let me get it done and stuff like that. It didn't really like I didn't really just like come back with my skills until like I graduated. Well, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. My senior year, uh,
Yeah.
I wish I still had it. I wish I still had it. My senior year, my senior project was I did a life-size sculpture of a superhero. Uh,
Really?
it was maybe 6 feet, and I had it like on these bars, and it hung from the bar, so it was floating in midair. I had to send you the picture of it.
That's
It
how
was
long it take you to do that?
man the whole year. It took
That's
the whole year.
a light like life size. Ooh.
Life size. It took the whole year. So I could see like when as we talk, I try to find it so I can send it
Yeah.
to I can
Now, I want to take a second because I'm also live on IG where they can see me. J King Media, shout out to J King Media, said he went on your IG and said, "Dude is the truth." So they checking you out and on IG and your work. And now, if they want, okay, J King has a question for you. He says, "So as an educator, if you see a student that has the talent but probably doesn't have the support system, what can one do to push him? Because I believe he's in that situation where he can empower those kids. So what would you say to that as an educator? If you see a student that has the talent but probably doesn't have the support system, what do you suggest they do, or he or anyone in education can do to help empower those students?
Uh, I actually last year I was teaching. It went bad because of COVID and stuff like that. Because all this stuff came up, but
Yeah,
yeah, like I had a few students that were like really really good in art. So like basically what you do with that is you like they don't if they don't have a support system, you don't always have people telling you oh man, you good, you do this and all that kind of stuff. So when they bring their work to me as an art teacher and they would show me and stuff, I was like, man, that's crazy. And
yeah,
they'll show me stuff and I show them my stuff, and then they'll be like, you good, and all that kind of stuff. And all you gotta do is just like show them what they can do better. Like you gotta add like fuel to their fire, because not all like everybody don't have that, like they don't have that fire behind them to do more. Cause like they'll show somebody their stuff. Like they'll probably show their parents this stuff, and their parents will overlook it, not knowing what could happen after that, because they had this frame of mind where they feel like all of this stuff is irrelevant. At the end of the day, you need to do something else for your stuff. But you never know how big you could be. Like it's so many artists out there that has gotten huge off of
yeah,
like random stuff that they put together because they found one thing that they do for themselves and like ran with it. And next thing you know, they millionaires and stuff. Now, like artists, we not always like in the front end. Like majority of all the artists that that's like big or something like that, they're big at the time because they passed away or something like that. Other artists, they probably be low key behind the scenes. They doing all kinds of
right.
stuff. They millionaires. They just not flaunting it. And people don't see it, so people don't know it's there. So I would
Hmm.
just say, man, just like if they don't have that support system, if they need something, make sure they got pencils, make sure they got paper, anything, and make sure they constantly drawing, because you get better over time. Like when I first started doing the stuff with the heroes and all this kind of stuff that I do, I suck. Like I just like I told myself, I'm gonna get an iPad. I'm gonna see what it is. I was just putting some stuff, just trying to learn software and stuff, and I suck. Like, and I could draw great on paper, but I suck. So I was just like, continue to do it. I just like all my friends, they would see it, they be like, bro, that's tight, that's tight, that's tight. So just continue to tell them, like give them something to look forward to later on. So
Yeah.
that's what I would say on that topic.
Now, are you available to come and like do like speak to classes, like even virtually now? Is that something like you're open to or
Yeah,
available to do?
I would definitely do that. Like no hesitation.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's something that you know I know with being in education now, a lot of times they're inviting people. I've even done it where you come in and you talk about things that your field or your industry, and expose the kids to it. So J King Media, yeah, he says he's gonna reach out to you
Okay.
uh, to set that up. That's good. That's why we do these things, man, because all these resources that we have come across, man, when we work together. And I remember you mentioning something earlier, that I hear a lot of art, like even in the marketing department where I work at the health system. Procreate is something our graphic illustrators all talk about. I see it on their iPads. Matter of fact, we be in meetings when they want to mock up or sketch up or something. Like they can take their pencils out, the Apple pencils, and man, next thing I know, they got a whole mock up in Procreate. And so, talk to me about that. How does that software? How do you feel about that?
As far as it goes, like I said, when I first started, it was kind of hard for me. Just learning all of the tools that it has to offer, and like I still like it's a lot of stuff on there that I don't know. I'm just comfortable with what I'm doing right now, so I haven't
Right.
had the chance to just go and dial into all of that stuff. So I would say like it's fairly easy for me now. I don't have a problem with it, but it definitely comes in handy when you need to like draw like as far because I was just drawing on paper at first. Paper
Yeah,
goes so long. I was like if I had Procreate back in college when my undergrad, when I had to do all of my work and stuff, I could just draw it on my iPad, print it out, and frame it, and I could be able to have a whole display, like
yeah,
show display of stuff instead of like taking a picture of my drawing and then having to get that printed. Like taking a picture of it looks so bad, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So it definitely comes in handy. I would say that for sure.
Now, who's influencing uh you today? Like, where you finding yourself finding influence? Like, is it other art? Is it like other mediums? Like, what are you doing to kind of keep your creativity afloat in this time that we've been in?
Uh, I would just say like you really just have a lot of time on your hands. Like during the whole like when we were stuck in our houses and stuff. I had a lot of time on my hands, just like when I was doing the shirts and stuff. I had a lot of time on my hands. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, do something that's gonna better yourself rather than just sit here and spend all your money on like stupid stuff. I could be getting 10 times what I have right now by
Yeah,
doing what I like. And plus, like you will always want to see people wearing your stuff. Like that's been a goal. Like I know now, I kind of like I always wanted my own clothing line, but I see so many people doing it, and it's just like I
but they
don't
not. But
I,
they not
I
you.
know, I know that, but I know that I like it's something that I want to do, like as far as like merch wise, but I don't want to just like continue to like put so much of my like time into that. I want to do like I want to be the person where it's just like I did the work for you. Like I want to like blow that up and you had this in your house and people be like, "Oh, who did this for you?" And then you be like, "Yeah,
Right.
Josh did." You know what I'm saying? I can link you with him. He can do that. I want to be in people's houses. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man, I plan on getting. I told you I plan on getting my piece
mhm.
um blown up and framed. I want a big joint. I want it in the studio, man, where like people can see it, because to me, if you know me, like you can see all the way around. Star Wars is a big part of my journey, dog. Like all up here on my bookshelf, like all this stuff. I'm a Star Wars collectible. Like I collect all manners of things. Like, but the thing that about it is, I've never been able to see myself as a Jedi until you drew it. And like, to me, that's a testament to me that I don't have to collect something else that doesn't look like me. I can now see myself in my ties and connection to the thing that got me into my craft, because that backstory, Star Wars was one of the main things that put me in the storytelling plank when it came to film. So like, I think it's brilliant that you are able to create these things that people desire. And that's why I'm telling you, like, man, your thoughts and your views is no different than what Virgil did with Off White. Like, it's his own spin. Like, people can say what they want, but like, that was his vision for what he saw. And like all the stuff he creating, like even when, down to when he was doing the white tees and stuff, man. Like, be you. Always explore like the things that you know that you do and that you can put out into the world. Now, before we wrap, I always do this thing before I get out with my guests, where I ask them some random questions. And let me cue up. Let me see what I got cooking right here, so we can get this going. And shout out to everybody that's still hanging out on IG. Man, we in here doing it big today, and we gonna rock out. So let me get you a soundtrack. There we go. All right. So First question: who the last person you called today, man?
Man, person I call. I didn't really call nobody. Oh, my cousin group message. We got a group message with the family, kids, and stuff like that. So yeah, that was the last.
Now
But
that's dope. I like that. Family group chats is
yeah,
hilarious. Hey, like you see every so often you see somebody share it. Well, like Auntie would be saying something like, "Or did you see the one recently where the girl got mad in the group chat and the cousin got mad and she changed the Netflix password
yeah,
and
yeah.
no and the auntie was like, "Oh, so you mad? You pouting? You mad?" And to me, man, I think family group chats are like texts are like epitome of what family reunions are like. So I think that's dope that y'all doing that too, man. My next question: what's the last thing you watched on Netflix?
Black Lightning.
Uh, I'm not surprised.
I'm going at first. I didn't like it. I would always see like commercials of it. I was like, I don't want to watch it. And then I watched it, and now I'm hooked on it. So yeah, Black
I
Lightning.
wait, Black Knight is back. Now, how do you feel about them breaking the show up, man?
I haven't gotten to that point. I'm just on the third season, so I don't know what's going on. I just got
Yeah,
to.
they just announced it like in the last year, I think, where they said they were gonna cancel it, and for whatever reason, I don't know, because it was getting ratings, it was getting good reviews. Like it's a good show. I don't know, man. I think they got a couple other ones they could probably got rid of and left Black Lightning, but it is what it is. Last thing you ate, man. Let's roll through it.
Some chips.
What
Lay
what what? Lay's classics.
potato chips. Nah, dill pickle.
Oh, nah. I just got on some dill pickle popcorn, man. My cousin Tab put me on. Now, let me since you said chips, what would you put in your top three of all time chips? You got to rank them from 3 to 1. One being the greatest, the goat. What's your top three in chip game, man?
Okay, my top three, I would say Doritos,
Which
uh,
Doritos? Hold on. Which Doritos?
Cool Ranch. I'll say Cool Ranch.
I can
Uh,
fool with it.
let's see, Hot Cheetos,
Hot
and
Cheetos.
now the third one. It's a backstory on the third one. I would say Fritos, regular Fritos. If you put
Regular Fritos?
yes, the regular Fritos, you put cheese on 'em. You put Kraft American cheese on them, heat them up, put hot sauce on it. Yeah,
Gucci.
great. But you gotta have the cheese.
Oh man. I think, hey, I'm gonna tell you straight up, that's probably one of the most unique chip lineups I have ever heard. Cool Ranch, hot Cheetos. Now you ain't talking about the puffs. You talking about
I'm talking about regular hot Cheetos.
yeah, with
Can't
the yeah, and then regular Fritos with Kraft cheese, Kraft mac and cheese
nah,
on them.
just a slice of cheese.
Oh no, dog, no.
Slice of cheese, and you heat it up.
Who put you on that, man?
And my family been doing it for a long time.
So that's like family history.
Yeah,
Like all y'all eat that,
basically.
dog. That's out. I ain't gonna knock it though, because I ain't tried it. But that might be a video you see very soon from me, and I'll reference.
Gotta
uh,
put some hot sauce on it too. But the hot,
media said, sound like a struggle meal right there.
it is. It definitely is.
Hey, I ain't gonna knock it till I try, man. That's like my uncle used to say about them spam sandwiches. Like the way he used to grill them up with the onion on them.
Uh,
Like You wouldn't know it was spam or not, man. It was just good. You know what I'm saying? uh, now, last question is, and this is one of my favorite questions. What's in heavy rotation in your playlist right now? What are you vibing to the most right now?
Ooh, I listen to a lot of R&B, slow jams and stuff like that. So I can't really say what's like heavy in my rotation, like one particular song. But I would say if I get in my car, I do have a song that I always listen to right now. I don't know why, but it's like Wiz Khalifa up in it. Like it's a part in the song. Like it's the I think it's the beat or something like that, and I like how it drop when I'm driving. So that I would say that's the song right now.
Oh, okay, that's your playlist right now. Before we get out of here, man, I'm gonna give you this space to tell people about what you got going on, where they can find you, and all that good stuff. So this is you, man.
All right, everybody. You can find me on Instagram at Sir Joshua. Not Sir Joshkiat. That's SirJoshSquiat. Just like Basquiat, but you put Josh in front of the BAS. I would give my Twitter out, but I don't really like giving my Twitter out like that because I kind of be doing stuff.
Yeah.
But or you can reach me on Facebook at Joshua Davis. Right now, man, I'm just trying to get through school. So that's basically what I'm doing right now, getting through school and trying to find a great graphic illustrating job after that. So yeah, that's what I got.
All right. So real quick, you said you finishing school. You're what in your last semester of grad school, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so anybody that's out there that may come across or know somebody, he looking, man. He's super talented. Check his stuff out, check his content and his workout. But he's also looking for a home as a graphic illustrator, man. So if you know somebody at Pixar, you know somebody. What's some of your dreams? Matter of fact, that's gonna be my another question for you. What's some of your dream places to work? Where would you love to end up? I know you don't want to favor one than the other, but if you had to pick a couple places, where would your dream job be?
Something to do with Disney and also Nike. I always see myself at Nike for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wanna be behind like designing shoes and stuff like that. One of my dreams is to design a shoe for Kyrie Irving. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Now, his shoes are dope.
Yeah.
We're designing them joints right now, and they comfortable, man. So hold on, we got people on IG saying they trying to find you. It is Sir Josh,
Oh,
SirJoshQuiat.
it's, SirJoShSquat.
SIR. Mhm. Let me fix that there.
Yeah.
So JOS. Oh,
H,
Sir.
yeah, Sir JoShSquat.
Oh, I forgot the A. That's why. There we go. All right, y'all check him out. I'm telling y'all, you don't want to miss out on such a great and incredible artist, man. Josh, man, I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time, dog. Like this was really, really, really great. I hope people got to get a glimpse into some of the things you're into. I love being able to introduce people to people like yourself, and hopefully we can get you involved with some of those kids at the college where they can get some direction, man. And look, when y'all check them out, go. How can they get some of your art, man? Like,
Just DM me. Just DM me. I'm always open for it.
So now let me ask you this: do you have things already Like, what if they see something on your page that they like? Like,
I have a few. I don't have a lot. I think maybe let's see. I think I have it's a Static Shock piece I did on there. It's probably a Spider-Man, like Black Spider-Man on there that I've gotten done, that I've had prints of. But anything else, if you see something on there that you like, I can always just get it printed and send it to you. So yeah.
there we go. So get something, man. Show some support. Now you are available for curation. So if they need something they want you to commission or do, just shoot them a DM, shoot them a message. Y'all look them up and check them out. And we're going to get out of here, man. Like I said, Josh, appreciate you, man. All that right there is for you, dog. I appreciate you. Man, matter of fact, what's your shirt say? To be young and
Young and Black. Let's see.
You know who that's from?
Yeah. Closed minded. That's why I wore it basically.
All right, okay. All right. You know the original saying was to be young, gifted, and black. Yeah. You got to go all the way back to the source, man.
Yeah.
That I want to say I know what's my girl Nina Simone. She wrote a song that she had that song to be young, gifted, and black during the civil rights. But I want to say either she or James Baldwin came up with that original saying.
Okay.
And it just kind of went through the civil rights movement because they were saying, during that time, you had a lot of stuff going on, but a lot of them used their gifts. Stevie Wonder, all those gifted people back then, they were young, gifted, and black. And it was like, regardless of what, we're going to be these things and we're going to be seen. So I like that. I was wondering if you got that based on you being at HBCU, but I wasn't going to. I wasn't gonna put you on the spot.
Of course, that's another reason too. And plus, it's black and yellow. Black and old gold.
So. Yeah, I thought you was gonna go to something else.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, you see it back there? Well, you might. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we got the gold comment, but that. Yeah. But it's all love, man. Great unity, man. Once again, thank you for coming in, man, and hanging out with me. And hopefully we'll have you back, man, and maybe we can next time you come back, we'll have some of your work where we can kind of do a little thing and talk about some of those pieces too, man. Okay. Now, have you been inspired to do anything based on the culture and where we are right now? Are we gonna get any more cultural pieces out?
I had started on the whole like Greek superhero thing or whatever like that, but I had to put it on the back burner for a while because my teachers and stuff, they were just basically saying, when you do your portfolio, we need you to do like more races and stuff like that. Yeah. So I started doing something else, but right now I'm working on Greek heroes, but it's like Greek gods. So
yeah. I saw Hades and some of those other ones.
So I'm doing a whole little thing for that for my final project. So that's what I'm working on right now, and I do like stuff for myself in between those times. So
okay, well y'all, hey, look, say a prayer for my man. He in his last semester getting his grad. Now, are you gonna get is it like what is your degree gonna be in once you graduate?
It's gonna be in arts. It's an MFA.
Oh, okay, so y'all keep him in prayer, man. Cash App him. Yeah, find out his Cash App, man. Send him something, man, for graduation. Y'all know how we do in this community. We sow seeds, man, so that we can reap and keep being blessed. So until next time, man, it's your boy Low, and I'm glad to have my brother here, Joshua Davis, graphic illustrator, soon to be graduate, grad school graduate, and we gonna get him at Nike, man. So all the people at Nike, man, tag Nike, tag everybody. We gonna get them some attention, man, and get that thing popping for them. Until next time, man, I see y'all. Peace.
All right, bro.
All right.